And so they're back again, asking again for the retail company to become a standalone. Speedway is the name they operate under. People may know that.
Which is worth a lot of money.
Would be, they say, the largest U.S. listed convenience store operator. Midstream would become a standalone. MPLX, top 5 U.S. midstream operator, and then a refining company. They say should be New Marathon. Of course, they think this could unlock as much as $22 billion in value. Now, remember, of course, we talked about Hess during your Mad Dash.
Yes.
Elliott did force the sale of Hess stations to MPC, which turned out to be a gold mine for MPC.
Absolutely.
Where Elliott was involved in Hess at the time. And, of course, they said Hess was worth a lot more than it ended up being, but then they did have success in the Permian and Guyana over at Hess. I want to add one more thing when it comes to Marathon Petroleum. There it is, up over 5%. Which is, Jim, that I'm also hearing some other large funds are involved, including D.E. Shaw, the large hedge fund, which has taken a bit to activism of late. You may remember they were in Lowe's. Remember that? They, I believe, also own a stake similar in size to that of Elliott and are predisposed to the same thoughts, which are that this is a company that is worth more broken up than it is together. So I did want to add that. Elliott owns a similar size stake, I'm told, and is supportive of Elliott's view.
David, what's really important to me is on page 3 of their presentation, which is called Remaking Marathon. They use this, and this is really very tough language. Disingenuous Speedway review. It appears that the full and thorough review, which they agreed to do with Elliott, was never serious. Marathon was already nearly 6 months into the process of acquiring Endeavor. They dissembled, according to Elliott.
That's what Elliott
In the meantime, Marathon, this MPLX, it yields 8.9 because all that group is still very out of favor. But this reads as an indictment of the management team for agreeing with Elliott at the same time trying to buy Endeavor.
And again, I think it's important to point out here, they're not going to be alone in this, at the very least joined by another large hedge fund, which has shown an interest in some activism, and other investors, perhaps.
That's why MPC is correct to be up.
Yeah.
And Elliott is going to get its... Elliott's furious about this one,
there may be a board meeting at MPC either today or very soon.
Gary.
And there is a belief they've been a poor allocator of capital.
Well, it is important to point this out that he came on Mad Money and came in with the...
You had the CEO.
Yeah, and he basically said, listen, Elliott, we were way ahead. We were doing the same stuff, a lot of agreement. This idea of saying you agree with Elliott and then not growing with Elliott, memo to CEOs. They have a memory at Elliott. You can't just give them the Heisman. They're thorough. Stanky today talking about DirecTV not being...
Glad you went right there, and I was about to make that move. What are we doing? High-fiving?
No, it's Mind Mill.
Oh, Mind Mill.
Save the Whales? Did you see that? Or are you really in the one that was just the Wrath of Khan where I put the earwig in your head?
I like them all.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I like them, especially back to the show itself.